Hi, in this video we're going to answer the question, how long does it take to change a mindset? We're going to look at those factors that go into shaping a mindset so you can have a better understanding of exactly what's entailed in changing it. And by looking at how long it takes, you can then begin to set realistic and reasonable goals for training and planning on shifting whatever mindset it is you want to shift. First part of this video, we're going to be looking at really what is involved for you personally to shift your mindset. We'll be delving into those factors that you need to address and deal with to shift that mindset. We'll talk about the 5 stages that we take clients through when we do work with people in order to shift their mindset. We're going to look at the kind of the implications of what happens when you shift the mindset and why it's so important to do that and what's involved in that. And then lastly, we're going to look at a couple real life examples of what happens when people do shift that mindset. So let's talk about exactly what mindset is real briefly so we can kind of really get a handle on this idea of how long does it take to change, because the change can be quite quick and quite profound, but that's not really what people are often thinking about. So, what I mean by that, our mindset is essentially beliefs that we have guiding us in a particular area or context, right? So, we can have mindset around money and relationships and work and sports and learning, and right. So, we have mindset for different contextual aspects of our life or parts of our life. The beliefs that guide us in those areas can be changed quite quickly. All right. So we can eliminate some limiting beliefs that we have, create some new beliefs, and psychologically we can do that fairly quickly. That can have a profound impact on your behavior and your goal setting and your success. Profound impact. But what we haven't done yet is really embrace or build a new mindset, which is really about reinforcing and building these beliefs. So we get rid of some old ones, we adopt some new ones, but those new ones, if we think back to some of my other videos where I talk about neuroplasticity, we now need to like really make these neural pathways paved and like we really need to get these tuned up, right? So we've connected them, we made them create a new belief. It's there. It's now you really want to reinforce those, and that's this idea of training that we're doing constantly. All right, so you can change your mindset fairly quickly, and that can have a profound impact. But if you really want that mindset to be totally ingrained as to like who you are, that takes time. All right, so just want to kind of be clear on that. We in the work we do, we talk about 5-stage process that we take our clients through to shift the mindset. Stage number 1 is take responsibility. All right, this is a stage where you are owning where you're at, and you're saying, "All right, I'm responsible for my time, I'm responsible for my memories, I'm responsible for the labels I give myself, I am responsible for the beliefs I have, my emotions. I'm responsible for these, nobody else, and I'm going to start managing those things." That's the first stage, to get you to own that and take responsibility for those things. The next part of that is once you've done that, is you put into practice with your memories by cleaning up your memories. We begin to look at your memories and we're trying to find these emotions that have been unresolved, these beliefs that you have, these labels that you've accepted that limit you, that aren't that mindset that you need, not the growth mindset, not that positive mindset, not the type of mindset that is going to move you forward and help you persist in the face of setbacks and all of those things that we want it to do. So we've got to go in and clean up the past. Then we want to build habits in your life, right? So we want to apply heat. That's my turn. This is kind of stage 3. We've cleaned things up. Now we're going to have habits around emotion and attitude management, and you're constantly training this. This is now a lifelong process because you're now going to be taking, building some rituals or habits in your life that you're going to be able to build new and better mindset. All right, it's a building process. We're going to take some beliefs, we're going to get them installed, and then you're going to be working on constantly building those and strengthening those. That's going to require stage 4, which is synergy, utilizing other people. You need to have accountability partners. You need to have people who are going to work with you, guide you, push you, strengthen you. That's stage 4. Stage 5 is when you've taken these habits, you've made them into rituals. There's a sacred aspect to them. You've done something special in setting these up so that they are ceremonial, right? You've ritualized them in your life, and gives them incredible power and importance. And therefore, you're far more likely to really keep honing in on these new beliefs that you're going to be building over time. So that 5-stage process where you take people through and you begin to get those habits developing, that puts things in place. So it accelerates the adoption of new beliefs. All right. From this point on, this training aspect, it takes time. It's like creating a fine wine, right? It just doesn't happen. The wine's being produced, but you're going to make this better by aging it, right? With that process. Similar idea there. But by getting you through those 5 stages, now as you go through some other training and trying to adopt other beliefs, you can accelerate the process of getting those and getting that neurological connections really running smoothly and quickly. Let's talk about 2 examples of how this really plays out in the real world. So first I want to briefly mention Mark. Mark was a Division III baseball pitcher. He had Division I talent, but he didn't think of himself as a Division I athlete. He projected himself pretty confidently, right? So like if you had a conversation with Mark, saw him on the ball field, you would think he was a pretty competent and confident athlete. But buried in the unconscious were some beliefs that was anything but confident. Once we uncovered those and discovered those, showed him how to clean those out and get rid of those, that alone had a profound impact. But Mark also began to develop those habits and rituals necessary to start really reinforcing the positive beliefs that we kind of planted. We planted them, we put them in there, we gave them good soil around them, all the things that you need to do to plant them, but now he really needed to nurture those, which he did. And he nurtured those over the next couple of years and beyond. But in the next 2 years of his baseball career, he didn't lose another game. And then, coming out of a small Division III college, he got a chance to play professionally. And he himself said that would not have happened had he not done those sessions. And it has carried through to this day. And now he's a coach, and he's even got his son, and he's been coaching his son and some his son's friends, and they've done very well, actually, all of them, in their baseball. The other person I want to mention briefly is Jasmine. Jasmine came into our program partway through her 6th grade year from a large family, no value of education in this family at all. Like nobody graduated high school. So she had all these negative stories being told about what people in her family are capable of, what they can do. All these beliefs, they had to be broken down. That process took a little bit of time, But the real magic began when she began to develop these new ones, which is still an ongoing process. However, Jasmine, coming from a family that doesn't value education and nobody graduated high school, she not only graduated high school, she graduated a year early. And that also involved moving to 3 different high schools in 3 years. Right? So you think of what that does to a teenager in a highly dysfunctional family. But yet she persisted and was able to graduate a year early with all of that. That was a major change in mindset that began with the work we did in middle school. Again, I encourage you to subscribe, go to our channel, look at the other videos. But you also might want to check out one of our webinars. The link to that will be in the description of this. And one of the webinars you might want to be is the Champion's Mindset and the Psychology of Winning. So check that out today.